Okay, so the question was, times are tough, what do consultancies do about it? My advice is to, do a lot of the stuff that you should be doing in good times, which is hugging your clients, keeping them close, building the relationship. Obviously, you need to be a little bit more understanding. If you're a small consultancy and you haven't got counter-cyclical services available, you need to be a little bit more understanding that clients perhaps aren't going to be rushing out to throw money at some of your more value-add services, but you can reframe those. I've got a cloud consultancy as a client, and they've reframed a lot of their work away from sort of performance development and through to cost cutting. And it's a big seller for them because cost cutting is what clients are looking for at the moment. So there's number one, hugging your clients close. Number two, reframing some of your services, and this is something boutiques can do a lot faster than the big firms. Number three is when it comes to that negotiation. There's always going to be a negotiation around price. I'm not a big fan of discounting simply because someone asks for it, but perhaps you might be a bit more generous with the swaps that you're looking for, or you might reframe some of your offerings in terms of, okay, so when you're turning down this big project, but here's something much more tangible that we can work on. And clients in a downturn, as Michael pointed out, are looking for things that are delivering tangible value with key metrics. Ideally, you should be able to tie some of your fee to achieving those metrics, not perhaps even having some type of value arrangement, whereas if you exceed the cost-cutting measures, you get an extra bonus. So there's ways of framing your services, framing your pricing, doing your negotiation, which means that you're not immediately discounting your services in order to get business, which I don't think actually works particularly well anyway, but you are being a bit more understanding about the client's needs rather than what you're selling.